Hi, everybody. It's attorney Robert Geller. It's April the 8th. It's Wednesday afternoon, and today I wanted to talk to everyone about 341 meetings during this difficult pandemic um, crisis that we all face and how they're going to be conducted, and maybe a little bit about what goes on in a 341 meeting for your information. So, what's happened is that because of the pandemic, on March the 17th or thereabouts, the bankruptcy court um, canceled 341 meetings, I guess, until April the 13th, which is just around the corner. If you don't know what a 341 meeting is, it's a meeting that you have with a person appointed by the court who reviews the bankruptcy petition, the documents, all the schedules, everything that we provided to you and that you signed. And their job is to make sure that what you provided to the court is accurate and truthful and that you are eligible to file a bankruptcy. When you have signed your bankruptcy petition with our firm, we furnish these documents to you. If for some reason you don't have them, please feel free to reach out to us. I'll talk about that in a minute, how to reach out to us. It's important that you familiarize yourself with those documents, and they're going to go over them. We should have also given you a form that explains generally what you're going to be asked, but basically you're going to be asked what's in that document. So prior to March the 17th of 2020, 341 meetings were conducted in the Tampa division of the Middle District of Florida at the Timberlake Annex. Now they're going to be conducted on the telephone. So I guess the good news is that you don't have to drive down there. Saves you all gas money, saves you parking money, saves you from having to take even more time off from work if you're fortunate enough to be able to continue your work. So in some sense, I think it's a good thing that we're able to do that. I definitely think it will make life easier for most everybody, unless you particularly like going down to court. I would prefer to do this at the comfort of my home. So, all right. So, what's going to happen? What's the procedure? Um, you should, first of all, there are certain documents that um, we've asked you for before we filed your case, even. Generally, we've asked you for your 6 months of pay stubs for you and your spouse, anybody for you and your spouse, whether your spouse is filing a bankruptcy or not. And we should already have received those. We should have received your last 2 years tax returns and your last 3 months bank statements. There are other documents we ask for in addition to that, maybe copies of titles or registrations to vehicles, payoffs of car loans. We should have that information. We've asked you for it. I know some of you have a hard time getting it. If you haven't provided that yet, please make sure we get that immediately. So the most important thing, or the biggest change between going down to the Timberlake Annex or the court building downtown Tampa and doing it by phone, is that they need to identify who you are. So the best way they came up with is to provide a picture of yourself with you holding your governmental issued ID, I guess your driver's license or a state issued ID card or your passport, and also something showing your original Social Security number on it. Maybe your Social Security card, of course, would be best, or a W-2, something that's an original document that has your Social Security number on it. If you haven't provided that to us yet and you have 341 meeting coming up, I suggest you get that to us immediately. And there's a couple of ways you could do that. So here comes the information about how you can contact our office. Best way to do it is to email it to our firm, clientservice@robertgellerlaw.com. Or alternatively, you can send it through the portal that we get, the Practice Panther portal. Many of you are familiar with that. We're using that now. It's a great way to communicate with our clients. Finally, if you have any other problems, you can give us a call at 813-405-1507. You can also email it to us. Just send a regular email, like I said, of the pictures, and we'll have it, and then we'll get it uploaded to the Chapter 7 trustee. We're supposed to provide those documents to the trustees at least 7 days in advance. So please get that information to us. All right. So that's really the biggest change, is the identification for these 341 meetings. The other thing is that there is a actual procedure that the United States Trustee's Office came up with to conduct these 341 meetings by phone. I'm now pulling up that procedure so that I can go over it with you right now. Please bear with me a sec. Here we go. All right. You probably can't see it. It's instructions. I'm just going to go over it with you. Okay. One of the things that you're always going to be asked in a 341 meeting is, have you read the information sheet furnished by the United States Trustee's Office? This is a document that we gave to you when you retained our office at the beginning. And if you can't find that document, go to www.justice.gov/UST/bankruptcy-information-sheet-0. Again, www.justice.gov/UST/bankruptcy-information-sheet-0. So that's a document you're going to be asked. Couple other things. When you have your 341 meeting, you should have with you at the time at your house copies of your bankruptcy petition, schedules, documents, all the things that you signed, that we asked you to sign before we filed your case. You should have that. If for any reason, reach out to us. Reach out to us by email to clientservice@robertgellerlaw.com, or give us a call again at 813-405-1507. It's also a good idea to have your tax returns available, because they may ask you about that. This way we're all on the same page when we have the 341 meeting, and the meeting will run as smoothly as possible. Okay, so as long as we have those things, your 341 meeting should go on. For the 341 meetings that were canceled beginning in mid-March, you should have received a rescheduled 341 meeting, and within that rescheduled 341 meeting notice, there should be a telephone number, a dial-in telephone number, and a 7-digit access PIN that you will be calling. For those who have not had their 341 meeting canceled and it's coming up, it should be contained in the 341 notice that should have been mailed to you, or I believe also that our firm is sending those directly to our clients before your 341. If you don't have it, again, check with us and we'll get it. So a couple of instructions that's contained in the United States Trustee's Office's information sheet. Make sure you use a touch-tone phone, not a dial phone. I don't know if you have a dial phone. It's probably worth a lot of money and should probably be on your bankruptcy schedule. So for those who are old enough to know what a dial phone is. So make sure you have a touch-tone phone. They prefer that you use a landline phone over a cell phone. I personally don't know how important that is. I think pretty much everybody in America uses cell phones, and unless you're in the middle of the desert and you don't get good phone coverage, I think a cell phone is just fine. But if you are a joint debtor, a married couple, we file for both of you. Make sure that you each use your own phones. Don't put the phone on speakerphone and try and have a conference call. They won't like that. We don't want to upset them. So make sure you each call in the number separately. Make sure you call in at your appointed time, meaning call on time. They don't want you calling early, and they certainly don't want you to call late. Make sure that you're not late, like I said. When you do call in, make sure you put your phone on mute. Make sure you wait until your name is called and your case number is called, and then you can put your phone on or take it off of mute. and then respond to the call. I imagine at that point they will swear you in. They will ask you if all the information contained in your bankruptcy petition and schedules are true and accurate to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief. They will ask you if you signed the documents. I'm sure they will ask you that. So that will be the questions. You must testify, of course. Each one of you must testify. If you're a joint case, you can't have a family member testify on your behalf. That doesn't work, and they won't allow it. That's pretty much how the phone meeting will go. As soon as your meeting is over, they will ask, you should hang up the phone call. If you have any other questions about your 341 meeting, again, please reach out to us at clientservice@robertgellerlaw.com. You can always go to my website, attorneyfortampabay.com. Thank you. I hope that this information has been helpful for you. Most importantly, during this very difficult time, I hope that you are remaining healthy, as well as your friends and family. Try and make it a great day. Thank you.